Today we're finding out if we can bring a dead starter back to life. This is Audrey. It's been well over a year since she was last used, and despite drying up and dying, she still smells pretty funky, and I think I can bring her back to life. First thing I need to do is break up the dry starter ready to be rehydrated. My theory is that it's just like dried yeast, so I rehydrate it and it just springs back to life. So I measure out the dried starter and add an equal amount of water and mix both together to rehydrate the starter. Then I add 75 grams of dark rye flour and 75 grams of water to the hydrated starter and mix everything together to create this porridgey looking mess. Scrape the edges of the jar, cover with the lid and place a band over the jar to see how far it rises. Then place in a warm place overnight, and let's come back tomorrow to see what happens. And nothing's happened at all. I mean, there are no signs of life here. So I feed it again with another 75 grams of dark rye flour and 75 grams of water, mix everything together, scrape the jar, lid on, mark a band on, and then back into a warm place, and hopefully it will spring to life overnight. Unfortunately, once again, not much seems to be happening. There are a few bubbles, but not enough to consider any activity to be taking place. At this point, I'm starting to think that Audrey's dead, but we'll give it another shot. I measure 75 grams of the starter into a clean jar, and I add 75 grams of dark rye flour and 75 grams of water again, and mix everything together. Clean the jar, lid on, band, and into a warm place and hope for the best. It's the next morning. I'm not expecting great things. I'm pretty sure Audrey is dead, and holy crap, she's alive. It's a sourdough miracle. Audrey has been resurrected on the third day. This starter is back in business and teeming with wild yeast, ready to get to work on a loaf of bread. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing some more sourdough.